All right, welcome back to the show. Today is a Mindfulness on Monday or Mom episode, and it's episode 468. And I'm really excited to have my good friend Karen Assaf here with me today. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Erin. Thank you. Thanks so much
Yes,
for having me.
sure. So, Karen is a conscious parenting coach who graduated from Dr. Shafali's Coaching Institute, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you.
So, Karen, you're going to be one of our speakers at our Now Digital conference, Revolutionizing Parenthood, next month. And you're going to be talking about transitioning into motherhood, which is such a valuable topic for new moms. And today I thought we might talk about transitioning into motherhood in the midst of this global pandemic we find ourselves in. What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
Oh my goodness. Well, we're really being called to step up to the plate and to be very in touch with our motherhood role. When I became a mother, I found it challenging to transition into that role. And I was a little nervous, before I had my baby, but like most people, I focused a lot on the pregnancy, and I think everything just works out and everyone says you can't prepare. And when I actually became a mother, well, actually, through the actual birth of my son, I had this feeling that I was being born. I literally had this feeling that I was being born at the same time my son was being born.
Wow.
Yeah, so I could feel something was changing, and then I could see I was in a new world now that I had, my baby in front of me. So when I went home, I took the baby home. I was faced with the challenge of taking care of my new son, and I think I thought I would have everybody in the neighborhood coming over and helping me and saying, this is how you do it. And I would kind of be like, okay, take over. And it didn't work out that way. And, we have certain expectations, and things don't always, happen the way we expect. So with
So
this
true.
pandemic, exactly. So with this pandemic, we're going along in life, and sometimes we could think we have everything figured out, and this is the way it's going. I've got all my ducks in a row, and then something like this happens. So there's a parallel there with when I became a mother, because it didn't really go exactly as I thought. So the gift in it all, and I think the gift that is in it for all mothers and really everyone today, that's kind of my message as well, is that we all have that mothering aspect in us. And, when we become an actual mother and have a physical baby, we are forced into it. But I think that we all have it, whatever, way it comes out. But the gift in the challenge of transitioning into motherhood that I was experiencing was that I finally realized I had to surrender, and I had to connect with the mother that was in me. And once I did that, my things changed, and I could really see the gifts in all parts of my everyday life. And there were so many answers that I was open to finding once I tapped into that, and I nurtured that part of me, and I didn't resist it, because I think as women, sometimes we're in a world that the feminine isn't always completely valued, and motherhood isn't always completely valued. So when I kind of let all of that go and realized that, I have what it takes, we all have what it takes, kind of like the Wizard of Oz, we've had it within us the whole time. It changed everything, and I became, I'm feeling a more whole person because of it. And that's what this challenge, I think, provides for all of us. I mean, I think already people are starting to see a lot of the gifts, and it's challenging, of course, especially if you're a new mother and this is, you're faced with this situation that we're in right now with having to self-quarantine. But the gifts are that we are connecting with each other. We're seeing all these resources in the in the physical world. People are giving free things all over to just help people get through it. So I think that when we focus on that, it can help a lot, make us be more connected than ever before.
Mm, I love that. And there are so many gifts to be found and to be claimed in this really, really legitimately difficult, frightening time, an uncertain time that we're in.
Yeah.
And as you were talking, I was thinking about new moms, really new moms. I'm thinking about new moms who are giving birth now, new moms who just had a baby a week ago, a month ago, 3 months ago, who are due any day now. And I can only imagine the added fear that they must be feeling right now, because we all need to, you know, we're watching new studies come out every day as scientists are learning about this virus and how we can protect ourselves and what we should and shouldn't do and all these kinds of things. Bringing a new baby into the world has its own host of things that you have to think about that you'd never thought about before, precautions you have to take. I remember when my son was little, when he was born, um, trying to decide when it was safe to go back to church. How many weeks should I be at home, keep him at home before I expose him to other people? And that's magnified to infinity right now. So uh, what words of comfort could you offer to new moms who are feeling the fear and the uncertainty? Oh, uh, it appears that my 12-year-old is popping into the screen. Hello, my dear.
I love it. I love it. That's perfect with what we're saying.
It is
That is
right.
exactly it. That is so perfect.
Huh?
Because this is real life.
Yes.
These are the words I'm thinking about, because it's not like tidy in a little box. And sometimes we can put these expectations on ourselves. But, situations like this, we all recognize that this is what we're doing. We're being mothers. We're balancing, trying to get a message out to anybody else that could use it. And you give so much value to people with your podcast and everything else. Erin, you're really such a role model.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you are, and you're also a mother. So here you are giving another example. You didn't let the fact that we have our kids home with us and they're doing all their things that they need to do stop you from continuing on with what you need to do. And that's kind of what I'm thinking with words for new mothers that are dealing with this now, is to just focus on what's in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah, just focus on what's in front of you. And there's a certain degree of letting it go. And
Yes.
I think sometimes in, times like this, you really get to learn that. And that's a lesson that is so valuable. And sometimes people go
So valuable.
through most of their life without getting that lesson. So if you're a new mom, it's not easy, but this is a lesson and this is a skill, almost, I'm going to say, that you will have with you forever. And that could be, if possible, to try and let it go. There's a certain trust that needs to kind of take over, and it could open up even more your intuition and things like that. You could be guided to different things. So just focus on what's in front of you. Stay in your lane. Your lane is your new baby in front of you, um, and be in the moment. Take it one moment at a time, one day at a time, and do what you need to do with the do all the things that you will do. Quarantine yourself, and just, I would say, try and be present with what you do have. I remember it was hard for me, nursing my baby. The extreme switch in going fast paced to having to slow down and be a
Yes,
mother, which is what's happening to all of us right
it
now.
is.
Yes, was very felt to me. And I
Yes.
remember like, oh my God, like I had to feed my baby. Like it was 24 hours. And my body was not used to this. And I wasn't really expecting that. That was like, but I remember my mother saying, take this as a time to listen to some beautiful music.
Oh.
So, and all that stuff. So that's kind of what we can all do right now. Also reach out if you need help to people,
Mhm.
don't of course do that. But if you need support, call your friends or reach out to, your doctor or anybody you need to. But, take these moments, treasure them, and allow that to use, allow yourself to calm your nervous system when you
Mhm.
can. All of us.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
such wonderful advice, Karen. I think it's going to be so valuable to new moms who are going to listen to this episode. And really, it's like you said, it's a message that we can all learn from and benefit from, to just slow down, take one moment at a time, one day at a time, focus on what's in front of you. I heard Dr. Shafali say on a video this week, this is forcing us to come to the present moment. You can't think about next week. Who knows what next week holds? Next month, next year, forget it. We have no idea. But actually, we never did have any idea. We just had this false
Mhm.
sense of security that we had an idea, but really, all we've ever got is this moment. So I
Yeah.
think your advice is wise, to just come back to this moment. If your baby is awake, tend to your baby. If your baby's hungry, needs to be fed, needs to sleep, be rocked, just do what needs to be done today. Don't worry about tomorrow until it gets here.
Yes. Yes. Be present with what's in front of us.
Wonderful. Well, I know that you're going to be talking more in depth about this amazing and valuable topic at our conference. I can't wait
Yeah.
for everyone to hear more of your wonderful wisdom and your ideas and your thoughts during this very important time. And I wanted to thank you for spending this time with me today.
Thanks, Erin. Thanks so much.
Okay, that wraps up today's episode. Wherever you are in this world, I hope that you make it a peaceful day for yourself.